and bittersweet is, will be delivered. Those are not delivered. Woo! Stuff like that. All right, we live. We live. All right. Yeah. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, 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 Yasharala, shalom. Shema, Yashala, Yahawah, Yahawah, Shema, Yashala, Yahawah, AHLAHAYANAWA, Yahawah, Shema, Yashala, Yahawah, AHLAHAYANAWA, Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWASHI, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWASHI, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWASHI, Bahashem QADASH, AHLAHYAMLA, AHLAHAYANAWA, YAHAWah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, Bahashem QADASH. Double honors, double honor. Our apostles, elders, bishops, the great millstone, much respect. This day, I can do a lady's work. Shalom, shalom. To you believers, to the YAHAWAH, to brothers, you and my sisters, who subscribe to the truth. As always, THAWADAH YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, let's get it. Thanks to our power for the Holy Spirit, give us understanding of the wisdom and knowledge of the Holy Scriptures, as faith in the true name of our power, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWAH. RAWCHAA, lesson edifying. Today's lesson going into Yahawah's return with the Chariots, okay? Which is going to be a very dreadful day. All right, it's going to be a good day for the elect. For those whose names are in the book of life, those whose names are written in heaven. But it's going to be a dreadful day for those who are not written in heaven. All right, and we hope to be those men. We hope to be those names that where our foundation is in heaven, our citizenship is in heaven. All right. So I'm going to play one clip real quick to show the future of Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, it's like 47 seconds long. All right, so you saw there in that visual, right? That visual, all right? That's literally the future of America. America is going to get utterly destroyed. America is on its last few minutes and seconds. This place is coming closer, a day in and day out, much closer to its fate. Which is, all right, the war that you see now is going to be no more. The fashion of this world is soon to pass away by destruction. But before that great destruction, it's going to go through great pain, famine, right? It's going to go through different types of plagues and judgments. How about before that war, right? The mother of all wars, America, right? Babylon, aka America, is going to suffer, right? That whore is going to suffer before she's actually utterly destroyed. Okay, all right. And what's going to partake in that destruction are the chariots. That's the chariots, which the world know them by UFOs, right? They will partake in that utter destruction of Babylon, aka America. All right, they're gonna put in work. There's a lot of videos being captured throughout the globe of how there's a lot more sightings of chariots, aka UFOs, is becoming the new norm. It's becoming normal now to see so-called UFOs. Right? Real soon, those chariots are going to literally manifest themselves to where you're going to be able to see what all these chariots look like, man. Real quick to add to that, there was an interview from a she was saying that she never believed that so-called UFOs were over here in the United States and in other places around the country, right? Because she said that the U.S. is a bunch of fucking fake liars, right? That just goes to show you what reputation Babylon has, right? She was saying that the fact that Babylon is full of fucking liars, she didn't believe that the so-called UFOs were out here. And then she witnessed them out there in the UK. 5 of them lit up the sky, and then 2 of them, dispersed, went really fast over there. And she was just like in awe, like, oh shit, like like so-called UFOs are real, So that just goes to show you, man. A lot of people are starting to witness, the chariots of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, which are in this fucking world, people call them UFOs, right? Those chariots are, and one of those many things that the chariots, the so-called UFOs, are capable of doing is transfiguring itself. There's a video out there how a chariot transfigured itself into a modern day airplane. It transfigured into fucking Southwest Airline or Spirit Airlines and shit. Like a regular airplane, man. Alright? So and now that they're able to transfigure themselves almost into very small, very large, into anything. Alright? There's even a video how a chariot swallowed up a damn helicopter. And then dropped that shit out. A chariot entered the sea and didn't make any like ripples or like a splash. It was like it entered another dimension. Like chariots are capable of doing many things, man. Alright. But yeah, these chariots are going to be used as our powers as a sword too, pretty much. They're also going to be used to execute judgment on Babylon. Grab this, right? This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 1 through 3. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. So really quickly, right? When he saw this chariot, right, he saw that it was really big. The breadth thereof is 20 cubits, and the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. And like the brother was saying, the chariots come in many shapes and sizes. But the one that he witnessed was kind of big. And he said it was a flying roll. Literally, it don't have to literally be, how they say, like a plate looking chariot. Sometimes they come in circles or orb of light or a fucking roll, right? A long looking. There's an actual video that NASA caught. It looks like an actual roll. It's like a tube, a chariot. Now out of nowhere, it didn't even move. It disappeared like it teleported. Oh, you probably saw this one. I saw another one too like that. This roll thing, but it was like the roll was like spinning like that. Oh, instead of like spinning like an actual. Okay. And it would move fast. it would move across, but it would actually follow the plane. Wherever it was going, these people were just like, oh my God. Tell you, man, these people are gonna be in awe when they see this, man. They're really gonna be like, damn. It's like that the strangers of their salvation, you know. I'm gonna get the book of Acts 2, verse 9. And I will show wonders in heaven, right? The sky, right? Wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. So our power is going to show his prophets signs of the coming of the Son of Man, of Yahweh. Many signs that he's showing us is he's fulfilling the prophets Chariots sighting. Whether the elect see them in person or constantly coming across a lot of videos reported by the people seeing it up in the sky. All right, that's one of many signs. That's one of many wonders that power is showing in the heaven above. Okay, he's also showing signs in the earth too, to let us know of a world and prophecy, right? And the signs in the earth that he's also showing will be blood and fire and vapor of smoke. All right, that sounds like war. All right, when civil war, like society, World War III, liberty pops off. All right, it's gonna be a lot of blood, a lot of fire and vapor of smoke. All right, explosion, war, chaos. Okay, all right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 68, and verse 17. The chariots of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI are 1,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWAH as in Sinai, in the holy place. Yeah, so there's so many chariots, man. So many chariots out here. Those chariots are also the eyes of our power, constantly recording everything what's going on, recording everything inside and left hand side, constantly setting up those reports back to our power. All right, they're like the cameras of the planet. They're like the cameras, which is the best cameras that anyone can have. So they catch everything, all right, anything, all right, things that happen in your mind. All right. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22 says, for my Okay. Okay, so the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, right, or 9. Yeah, chapter 9, the book verses, let's see, 1 and 2. Okay. It says, hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh speaks to Israel, right? Talk to our people, some of the elect, so-called Black, Hispanic, Latinos, American Indians. Hear ye the word which the Lord Yahweh speaketh. I just say it's Lord, it's capitalized, so this is our Heavenly Father. O house of Israel, the Lord Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Right? So for an example, right? Don't be dismayed when you're seeing blood moon. Don't be dismayed when you're seeing signs in the sky. Don't be dismayed, right? Don't be afraid. Don't be terrified. Don't be confounded. Worrisome. Don't be worrisome when you see chariots, okay, so those are our way out of Babylon, but then when that lake of fire comes, all right, those chariots are here to protect YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, like the scripture around them that fear the Lord, all right, actual angels or the chariots being piloted by the angels, they're constantly watching, all right. So yeah, don't so for the brothers out there, especially those who are new, and for the sisters out there, when you see chariots, don't be dismayed. That's our salvation. That's a sign to let us know that our redemption draws nigh. Salvation is close. This is the time where we're going to finally be delivered. We're going to be saved. All right, so whenever you see chariots, you should get excited. Give a praise our power. Hold on, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. RAWCHAA YAHAWAH, RAWCHAA YAHAWASHI. All right. All right. Yeah, it says for the heathen are dismayed at them. Even the 2/3 of our own people. Our own people, 2/3. The non-believers. That rebellious house, the stiff-necked people. They see chariots, they really believe it's UFOs. They call it, like, they think a damn green man is in there. And they get dismayed at it. They get afraid. But when we see them, it's like we get excited. Oh, yeah. All right, it's like a faith booster. It recharges our spirit. All right. And this is the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the water, who maketh the clouds his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. Yeah, the chariots, right? It's talking about how the cloud or the chariot itself is up into a cloud. We're not talking about no damn, cloud and YAHAWASHI coming down on top of a damn cloud like some Dragon Ball Z shit, man. You got to go in depth. This thing, like Elder Gabar says, it's more of a spiritual thing. You got to be spiritually minded to understand this. You can't be carnally minded. You over here thinking the Lord YAHAWASHI is going to be on some damn fucking cloud. No. Look, and it says, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So yeah, he's going to have that chariot. It's literally going to be levitating. It's literally going to be levitating through the wind, literally manipulating the energy to where it doesn't have to need no damn propulsion system like the damn rockets and shit that Esau had. Literally, it'll just be there. If it needs to, it can move backwards, sideways, forward if it wants to. It can catch it if it needs to. Literally. It's different, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, these other nations, their only chariots need to rely on the elements here to fly. Yeah, right? But the chariots don't. All right? It does. It's a divine power. It can do it, man. All right. But Esau Edom relies on the fucking propulsion system, the fire, the fuel, the shit that chemically damages the damn firmament. That's what he'd rather fucking have. To back you up right quick, all right. So the brother read how how the clouds, also goes into the chariot. Is a dark parable, the dark name for chariot. And for those who are new, and for those who are soft and mocked and maybe watching this, right? This is how we know that when the scriptures are talking about chariots mentioned as clouds, right? That's a secret that's been revealed onto the prophet. Okay? The book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord YAHAWAH will do nothing, but he willeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And the prophets are all Israelite men. Okay? They've been revealed his secret. In the NLT version, it says, the paraphrase, the Lord does nothing but reveal his plan. His plan unto his servants. How those plans up. All right, Babylon destroyed. YAHAWASHI coming back. The chariots are going to intervene on our behalf. All right, Lord willing, we be all those men. Lord willing, all right. All right, and one of the many things too that our power revealeth unto the servants of the true name. All right, he revealeth his face to you, giving the RAWCHAA. which comes with understanding, with the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh God. That's how we believe through faith. That there's times where when the scripture talking about clouds, it's talking about the actual Chariots. All right, I'm read it again. Surely, the book of Amos, chapter 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Going into the book of Revelation, chapter 1. Real quick, now this is starting to get. Say, be not dismayed for the signs in heaven, right? For the heathen dismays them. And they about to fucking wreak some vengeance upon this place. What the Chariots is about to do.
Literally, when he's here physically, the true Messiah, who the word really called Jesus Christ. When the Messiah is actually here, when Yahweh is here, right? He's going to come in the fathership. The beginning or end of the journey.
Yeah.
All right, it's literally going to cover the whole. It's going to literally be over the whole planet.
Or you couldn't have said that more beautifully. The scripture I'm about to bring out is literally going into that.
And I'm gonna back you up with that Revelation 1 and 7, how he comes with clouds, every eye shall see him, and he says, and those that pierced him, and those that pierced him, those who crucified him physically, which means reincarnation is the actual thing. Those who crucify Yahawashi in the past are going to witness his very return when he comes back. All right.
Glory.
Whether they here right now or not, right? They may be risen up from the dead just so they can receive that destruction. Damn, that lake of fire in Babylon, aka America. All right. But yeah, I want to get this right quick. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 29 to 31. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, shall the darken, and the moon shall not, and the stars shall fall from heaven. The stars is the missile. Think of the movie. What's that movie? 300 Spartans. Sun, the moon, and stars did. It was dark. All right, so if you look at it spiritually, you can look at it as the arrows, the actual missiles, the stars, like I said in the scriptures, going to fall from heaven, going to fall from the sky. They're going to blow up, then make its way down eventually, go from dark to fall.
The reason why they call it fire in the back of the rocket, you can see it dragging down. Yep. So it looks like a star falling.
It looks like a shooting star.
Yep. ICBM, or intercontinental ballistic missile.
Immediately after sign of the Son of Man, Yahawashi, in heaven, and then shall all the tribes
it shall wail because of him.
It shall wail because of him, yeah. Right? Then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with great
power and great glory. That part where it says, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. That the precept that goes with that, what the brother just read, Revelation 1 and 7. Every eye shall see him.
Every eye shall.
You can literally be in Madagascar. You could be all the way somewhere in the very east of Germany, Russia, China. And it doesn't matter where you're at on the globe, on the planet Earth. You're going to see that huge chariot, man, coming in great power and glory. It's going to be terrifying, but also a beautiful thing to witness, man. All right, in verse 31, right? And when that happens, right, when YAHAWASHI comes back, right? Verse 31, and he shall send gather together his elect for wind from one end of heaven men, right? So-called blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, you speckled birds, and also that whole remnant, the one
Elder Tahar says they're gonna be taken in that tractor beam.
Yep, fine.
How they have that in Star. Basically, dematerialize the person, sends them up to the ship, and materializes them again. That's what's gonna. He bowed the heaven also and came down. And when he says he came down, right, he came down on a chariot. We're going to get on that, right? And darkness was under his feet. He rode upon a cherub, right? And when I went into that word cherub, it says, as the chariot of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. So he rode on a chariot. Not no damn cloud, not on, whatever other fucking people think. No, he rode on a chariot. Something that these people, Esau Edom, so-called, calls a UFO or a UAP. Right? It says, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub and did fly. And he was seen upon the wings of the wind. And he made darkness pavilion round about him, dark waters and thick clouds of the sky. So literally, he came down in a big chariot that caused the sky to be darkened. Right? So when it says pavilion around about him, right? That goes into the how you call it, like the similar words is thicket, covert, or booth. Right? And thicket goes into a dense group of bushes or trees. So thinking about it, you can't see through a dense bush or a dense tree line. You can't see past that. So literally the fact that, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI came on a massive chariot, came down and caused darkness, right? It says darkness was under his feet, which is a metaphor for darkness was literally like came from the sky, right? Us looking up, that's his feet, right? The chariot, the bottom of the chariot literally brought darkness down because it was so big.
Yeah, pretty much the chariot it forecast a shadow.
Yeah.
It was blocking out the sun, the moon, stars, its light, the luminary.
Literally, when it goes into like the darkness, right? It says when he bowed the heavens, he stretched out and extended, overthrown and spread. So he overthrew the light, right? Overthrown means to remove forcibly from power. So literally, the sun wasn't able to give light onto the planet anymore because the chariot overthrew the light to forcefully, right? Because the chariot was big that it came and actually caused darkness upon the whole world, upon the planet. And that's gonna happen again, and before the elect get beamed up.
how like he's done with clouds, right? Like think of the movie, like for example, with the Independence Day, how that big ass chariot, it was literally inside of a cloud.
Yeah.
And then eventually you start to see how you can start seeing that chariot, so-called UFO, being able to manifest itself through the cloud. And when it came through, right, when the chariot was moving, right, when the chariot was moving, when it was walking on the wind, right, it was casting a foreshadow upon Earth. It was casting a foreshadow upon that city.
And that cloud was
dark.
red.
Yep.
That cloud was dark red, man.
Yep. Like literally, it was a big ass cloud moving, but then all of a sudden you start seeing how the cloud is moving a little bit, and you start seeing parts of the chariot being revealed to the eyes of the people, man. And when people saw it, they wailed at it. It was like, oh shit, it was crazy. Yeah, it was stirred. Yeah, so. All right. The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25 to 28 in the New Living Translation. And there will be strange signs.
Ooh.
And there will be strange signs in the sun, moon, and stars. And for example, a strange sign that was in the sun and moon and stars, we had a blood moon. We had with a solar eclipse, a blood moon. We had those signs of the stars and the moons, right? Right. These were strange signs, and that was a bubble. And here on earth, the nations will be in turmoil, perplexed by the roaring seas and strange tides. People will be terrified at what they see coming upon the earth. For the powers in the heavens shall be taken. Verse 27. Then everyone will see the Son of Man, which is YAHAWASHI, for the word he called Jesus Christ. Then everyone will see the Son of Man coming on a cloud, which is the chariot, with power and great glory. So, when all these things begin to happen, stand and look up, for your salvation is near. All right? All right? Like the script that we read earlier, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. All right? Because when we see these chariots, when we start seeing these projects come to pass, man, hey, our salvation is near. It's closer than we think. All right?
And this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, in verse 15 through 16. For behold, the Lord Yahawah will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Yeah, and that fire, right? The fire from that lake of fire from World War III. When all those missiles, there's 200 million missiles being shot off, like it says in Jeremiah 50 and 14. How all the nations that bend the bow spare no arrow, right? Right. That's talking about all the nations that have nuclear capability. The nations, all these nations that have ICBM, nuclear missiles. Empty the arsenal out on America. Empty the clip on this bitch. Spare not one nuke. Spare not one ICBM missile. Okay? All right.
Verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI plead with all flesh. And the slain of the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI shall be many.
And the slain, which one was that one again? right? Those chariots, right? So-called UFOs in verse 15, right? That's how our power is going to render his anger with fury and his rebuke of flames of fire. All right, the chariots are actually going to be shooting Babylon up.
Direct concentrated fire. Yep. It's gonna be added to the fuel because this fucking place needs a fucking purification agent. It's gonna be them damn nukes and the chariots added to the damn fire too.
And then in verse 16, where it says, "Go by fire and by his sword," and Esau Edom is also our sword on the left hand side, but those missiles are also our sword. YAHAWASHI sword. Okay, and it comes with fire. That's going to purify the amount of blood that's been shed on Babylon, aka America. The blood of innocent saints, which is the Israelites. Start with the elect. Okay? And it says, in verse 16, where it says, the Lord bleeds for all flesh. That's how he's going to judge all flesh. All right? He's going to judge you by killing, exterminating, liquefying. Liquidating, which goes into pretty much, taking someone out by violence.
Yep. You can say liquefying too because he'll melt in the fire anyway.
Yeah, but the scripture says how the eyes melt in the holes in their eyes and their tongues start melting in their mouth fabric. Yep. All right,
it's gonna melt, man.
It's gonna be like a fucking mannequin melting. All right, you're gonna be like Sarah Connor. All right, from Terminator. All right. I got something right here. All right, so the book of Revelation, chapter. Okay, the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verses 12, 13 and 14. All right. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, "Come up hither." And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. And the chariot is talking about in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. It's talking about the deliverance, talking about our deliverance. Lord willing, we are those very Israelites, those very Hebrew Israelites, the very elect those. Oh, willing, man. All right. That's going to be delivered from the lake of fire. We're literally talking about right when Babylon's about to receive that judgment, right when Babylon's about to get flooded, those names are in the book of life are going to be delivered up to the church, so they don't partake in her sin and in her plague. Verse 13, right? And the same hour was there. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the God of heaven. Right? So when the nuke finally hit America, right? That city is it said America is divided into 10 regions according to the FEMA the damn FEMA map. There's 10 regions in Babylon. And this place is going to be destroyed. It may literally break into several parts. It's like 10 pieces, maybe more, but it's
10 chunks of fucking Babylon bullshit.
Yep. You know what? We played the video to give you an example. All right. Read it again. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. Right, Babylon, aka America, when the nuke finally hit. And in the earthquake were slain of 7,000 of men, 7,000. Right, slain. A similar term that came to mind was liquidation. It says the killing of someone, typically by violent means. All right, damn. So it's going to be a complete number of people that's going to be destroyed by our power by violent means, by the nuclear fire. All right. by the chariots, added more fire, to that fire from the nukes and from the ICBM, okay, from arrows.
That's what's gonna cause that fervent heat here, man. You know, for all these elements here and all the works thereof, which is here in Babylon, this shit gonna melt, man. This shit gonna melt and be nothing. This shit's only gonna be an inhabitant for fucking devils and damn fucking.
Got that right.
Oh, God, hey, Slack, you gotta bring it out.
Let me get this right quick. Verse 14. The second will is past, and behold, the third will come quickly. So World War II already happened. It was already fulfilled. That prophecy was already fulfilled. But guess what? World War III is fastly approaching. Why? Because we're constantly having wars and rumors of wars. At some point, it's no longer going to be a rumor. It's going to be an actual war, right? So, in that, towards the very ending, like the very climax for World War III is going to be when the nations are going to finally, release those arrows. And now spared not one arrow. All right, the war that's going to end all wars here on planet Earth. All right, I'm gonna get that with the brother just quoted. It was in 18, right? Yeah. All right, so the book of Revelation, chapter 18. I'm gonna read verse 4, and then I'm gonna jump to verse 2. And I heard another voice, right? And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague," that plague of the nuclear thermal fire. All right, those missiles, right? This is right here in verse 4, right? This is when the Lord comes, right? The Lord Yahawashi comes to save the elect and the other men, women, and children, especially those that saved Babylon, aka America, into the Chariots. All right. So yeah, and then like the brother said, right, and then eventually, when that fire finally goes out after America's been burning for whatever amount of years or decades, whatever how long, this place is no longer going to be inhabitable.
Yeah.
All right, because in verse 2 now, right, it says, "And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great, aka America, is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird." So eventually, this place, America, is going to become a home for it says animals living here after Babylon's destruction. This place turning into like a desert, pretty much. Okay. All right, there's going to be whatever desert animals you can think of, whatever that resides in a desert environment. That's going to be the home for such animals, man.
Like serpents, snakes, carnivorous birds, all that, man. That's the only thing that's going to be able to live over here. So this is also going into when I read that scripture where it says, that chariot came down and it was darkness. This is also going into the day of the Lord, right? So this the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 14 through 18. The great day of the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced city and against the high tower. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land,
So the only way, first of all, you got to be an Israelite first. So, you got to be a Hebrew Israelite in order to even have hope for salvation, right? But the only way of YAHAWASHI W4Y, right, is you got to repent our power. The NLT version says, do not copy the behavior of customs of this world. Is paraphrase. All right. We back up in that part, we say how like describe it like scripture, like the dead Lord is of desolation, waste, darkness. The back 12 on that. All out.
Oh, no, that one.
All right, so the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18 through 20. All right. But the point is at 18, but I just want to read 19 and 20 as well too. Right? Put that vibration out there. Woe, right? Destruction unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahawah. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahawah is darkness and not light. So the day of the Lord is darkness, right? Is the day of misery, death, destruction, sorrow, waste, desolation, right? It's a day of war, wartime.
And no more talking, man.
And it says not of light, birth, joyfulness, happiness. So woe unto that desire the day of Yahawah, who is wording called God, or Yah, Yahuwah, Ahaya, and there's any other names out there, right? Woe unto you because you don't know what the day of the Lord consists of. The day of the Lord is a very terrifying, dreadful day, man. It's a day of great judgment. We read earlier how that the day that the Lord, that the slain of the Lord shall be many. How the Lord shall plead with all flesh, right? Judged by what? By his fire, right? No, this paraphrase, right? That doesn't sound like a day of light. No, it's completely. It's a day of darkness, man. This great destruction. All right, a destruction, a time of war like never before, man. All right, got it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 6 through 11. Hail ye, for the day of the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore, shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. They shall be afraid, pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another, and their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened, and his going forth, and the moon shall not cast her light to shine.
Yeah, that great destruction, man. Mind you, what's it called? A nuclear winter, right? When we got the nuke, right? It was sent up what they call a mushroom cloud, and it goes up item to where it blocks out the luminaries, the light that the sun projects, the light that the moon projects, the light that the stars project. All right, and it's a nuclear winter. It's called nuclear winter because it kind of intervenes with the weather, and it's cold,
that gamma radiation that's going to be within those damn clouds, right? That shit's not going to be able to have the heat of the sun pass through the clouds to give the earth warmth. It's going to be stuck. It's like the sun giving heat and then the heat being taken right back. It's like, think of it as a mirror, right? The sun casting down its sunlight, but then it's like a mirror. It's like, oh no, take it back, we don't want it. That's how it's gonna be in that day.
And it said, the sinners thereof shall be destroyed.
The sinner shall be destroyed.
And mind you, this will put us out there, right? Because we got a lot of these pork chop eating, adulterous, wicked ass pastors talking about, they only quote God, right? Oh, God doesn't hate the sin; He hates the sin. It clearly said that the sinners thereof are going to get caught up,
utterly cut off, man,
in that destruction, the lake of fire, man. All right. Starting to rain a little harder. That's all the scriptures we got bring out anyway. The Lord willing, unless it was edifying.
YAHAWAH RATAZA.
We're going to close out by giving much due, praises, honor, and glory to
YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM QADASH.
Double honor.
To our
apostles, the elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Much to respect. To the sincere offering of our labor and work. Shalom.
Shalom.
To your believers, and the offering of Aqua, these brothers and beautiful sisters who subscribe to the truth. As always,
DTA above the ball to One Yasharallah.
Death to America.
Death to America. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hold on.